It's the Playhouse Podcast with Kat and JJ.
Can't believe it. I missed everything.
Missed the show?
What am I going to do?
Check out the Daily Podcast.
Had a great time with Psychic Kim this morning. If you missed it, I mean, we had so many people on asking her what's ahead of them in the future. That's coming up a little bit later on in the podcast. Let's get it started, guys.
Get out with LPP. Can you help me? Get out with LPP. Can you help me? Get out with LPP. Can you help me? Get out with LPP. Everybody!
Always an interesting segment for us. It's other people's problems, and more times than not, we lean on you for a couple of solutions, thinking maybe you've been through the same thing. Sometimes we get a full email that's completely detailed out. Sometimes we get a text saying, hey, I'm going through something. For us, a lot of times it's a little bit more fun to learn with you. So we try and get just enough to know that it could be kind of juicy. And that's why I'm excited to get Vanessa on the show this morning, because we know just enough to know that most of us have been through at least a relationship problem here or there. So do you want to go ahead and start from the top for us?
So my husband and I separated recently, and we have 3 kids together, and I'm just like starting to worry because I feel like they're asking questions about, why mommy and daddy separated and like what led to this.
Well, what's the reason?
He cheated on me.
Okay, so he was the one that did this to your relationship. And how old are your kids, by the way?
They're 9 through 16. So like really getting to the age where they're going to be curious about that.
Well, I think any kid wants to know why mom and dad aren't together anymore. So, I mean, what are you telling them?
Well, I just don't know what to do because I don't want them for a second to think that it was something that I did.
Right.
Oh.
But, I mean, I just don't know. It also feels wrong to, say, well, your dad cheated on me.
Yeah.
But they'll probably find out anyway.
That would be, and they probably will. But I get where you're coming from. You don't want to look like you had any part in the dissolution of your relationship, your family. But you know what gets me? Like Kim Kardashian always paints Kanye in the best light for their kids. And I guess that's always good because you don't want your kids to have that weighing on them. But he's like a POS, and she's picking up all the pieces and he's doing it. He's wrecking everything.
Do you think this is going to help if you tell, like, I don't know how this helps by you telling them that he was at fault for this breakup. You know what I mean? Like, I think there's probably, I'm struggling with this because I get where you're coming from. Like, you don't want them to think it's your fault. But then, like, is that going to make it any better for them if they think it's your fault? Like, they need both of you, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I definitely want them to still have a relationship with their dad. I guess I'm just more worried that, like, they hear from a kid at school that, thinks that they know. And, like somebody else putting ideas in their head about it before, like, my ex-husband and I are, like, able to discuss it with them,
Well, this will be a good conversation to have. Maybe somebody else has been in this situation where should you encourage your ex to sit down with you and maybe you guys come up with some story that you can live with because you're the one that is hurting. He made you hurt. He ruined everything. So maybe you do that. Maybe you see if he's okay with you telling the truth. 9 years old is kind of young, but we're going to open it up to our audience, okay?
I'm sure somebody's been through this.
Last week, someone lost an eye at bingo.
Bingo! Bingo what bingo?
Bingo! Bingo!
All right, listener bingo works this way. Only the first person through that matches one of our criteria gets to tell their cool story. So maybe you're somebody listening who
has ever dated someone ridiculous? Let's play this guy again. He believes his own hype and believes that he is God's gift to all of us women.
I am a gift to females created by the one above. That's what I am. So what am I going to do? I'm going to roll up, flexing, come through, bam, champagne, bang, yeah, supercar outside, yeah, okay, 5-star, boom, 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 first class.
I'd say some women that would be very appealing, but focusing on the wrong stuff. But you dated someone ridiculous.
And I'm looking for anyone listening who has a birthday, an anniversary, a wedding date, something that has really, really cool numbers to it.
Okay.
Like your grandpa was born in 1, 2, 3, 4. Like he was born January 2nd of 34, something like that. Sonny, you're first through. Which bingo are you going with, Kat or myself?
You.
All right, you got a cool date. Let's hear about it. What's the date first?
I was born on February 22nd, so 2/22 at 1:22 a.m. I don't know if you remember, but 2 years ago when it was 2/22 of 2022 on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
So that was pretty special.
Oh, that was funny.
It's so weird. I don't remember that at all.
It was so special, but what'd you do that day? Just stay inside?
It was a snow day, so I was off work. So I got to stay home.
You got to do you on 2/22/22.
On a Tuesday.
Correct.
Hey, we missed. Why did we should have been giving away $2,222.22 that day.
We probably did and forgot about it.
Man.
We forget about everything.
I'm telling you, those football concussions are really getting to me. Sonny, you're the best. Thanks for sharing with us. I hope you have a tremendous day today. This is a brand new game. Our first time ever. Beta testing it this morning.
You didn't even run it past me.
I think it would take a lot of the fun out of the game if you knew what was going to happen here. Sarah is going to play with us this morning. Now, Sarah, we always start by asking, is it Sarah with an A or an H?
I'm not answering that.
Oh, you said an H?
An H, all right, good.
Hello, my name is Sarah.
Yeah.
Sarah with the H.
We know.
Too bad if you don't like it, because haters gonna hate.
All right, Sarah, what are you up to right now? Sounds like you're on the road.
I am. I'm driving to work.
Okay, it is time for the secret word. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hand Kat one individual word in the English language. What she will do is she will only be able to give you one-word clues.
Oh, God.
And if you can, within 60 seconds, give me the secret word, then you win. So, for example, if the secret word was panda, you would give me words or clues like what, Kat?
Bamboo. Black. White.
Panda.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God, we would
it.
win. It's just that easy.
Good job.
Now, Sarah, you can give as many guesses to this as you want. But if you can give us the right word within 60 seconds, you win. I'm handing Kat the secret word right now. I'm showing everybody on video what it is so everybody can see it. Kat, get familiar with the secret word. Now, remember, your clues to Sarah can only be one-word clues.
Okay.
Sarah, you have 60 seconds to give us the secret word starting now.
John. Popper. Blues. Traveler. The blues traveler. Instrument. Mouth. Blow. Instrument. Mouth. Blow. Small. Hand. Blow. Smaller. Blow. Back.
Harmonica.
Oh, she got it! Yeah, Sarah!
Oh, my God. I think I wasted a lot of time with the Blues Travelers, but I thought someone would know.
Oh, congratulations. That was tough. Kat was very bad at this.
So John Popper used to have like hundreds of harmonicas inside his trench coat. That's why I thought.
I coach at a local high school, and we have a kid on our football team that from the neck up looks identical to John Popper.
How unfortunate.
And so some of the coaches, we started calling him Baby Popper.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, wait, that sounds bad.
Yeah.
Like the nickname Baby Popper could never work in a regular school. So congratulations. Nonetheless, you're a winner, Sarah. You did it.
Sarah, I wasn't bad at it. You were just slower at it than you should have been. JJ's going to do one. I need you to do one.
You want? Okay, sure. I'll be happy.
So I'm
going
to show the word.
Okay.
So there you go. This is just for me to see that I didn't do a bad job.
Okay. We have 60 seconds then to get this right.
Yep.
All right, Sarah, you and I, 60 seconds starts now. Ladies. Underwear.
Long.
Granny.
Annie.
Hey!
Did you ever know anyone that went to juvie?
Yes.
You did?
Yes, my best friend from elementary school, his dad ran the dry cleaners in our little hometown. And Mom was never in the picture. I don't know if his mom was ever around. She may have died. I can't remember.
Oh.
But anyways, Dad was at the dry cleaner all the time. Like, that was his way. And this kid had I remember being so jealous because he had no restrictions on his life whatsoever. Yeah. And then he started running with a little bit of a bad crowd and got into the hoobie and got sent to the juvie.
That'll do it. You know, there was always like, you better be careful. You're going to go to Lino. You know, Lino Lakes, they'd ship you off. And we had one kid, they were building all new portables. And portables are like, like behind a school if they need extra classrooms or whatever.
Right.
They're like little.
Now they use like almost like mobile homes, right?
That's kind of what they look like. But they were building a wooden structure and they had this huge pile of lumber. And a junior in our school, he lit the whole thing on fire. Just like thousands and thousands of dollars in lumber. Yeah. And they shipped him off to, it's like, do you know where Travis went? Where'd Travis go? You know, it was like all the buzz that Monday. Yeah, he just like, I picture like a scene from like 24 where they just flip the match and it just all goes up as he walks away real slow. Probably didn't happen like that, but I thought about it because this judge, he almost jailed this teen. So it was a field trip of a courthouse and they had to go into the courtroom. And the judge was sitting there and he was talking about what he does every single day. And this girl was like lipping off. And then she laid down and fell asleep and he like went off on her.
One thing you'll learn about my courtroom is that I am not a toy. I'm not to be played with. You fall asleep in my courtroom one more time, I'm putting you in the back, understood? I'm going to go to sleep tonight while you're sitting in the juvenile detention.
Oh, come on.
Send her to juvie.
Relax.
She was lipping off. And there's just always that one person that is around your age that you just can't believe that they act a certain way. But I always tell Liam, you got to watch out, man, because you don't know what kids go home to.
You'll be in juvie.
You could be in juvie.
Have you watched Your Honor yet?
No.
God, what are you waiting for?
The same thing you were with Only Murders in the Building. I don't know if I can get into it.
Your Honor is the only show I have ever streamed that I wish I could forget everything about it and start over on the first episode.
Really?
Completely.
It's that good.
It is it's the best thing I've ever streamed.
If I waste my life watching it, I'm going to be upset.
You will be completely hooked the very first episode.
All right.
And then the twists that happen.
Yeah.
Woo! It's so good.
Okay.
It's so good. Listen,
I've never seen you hyped about a show. So it's
the only show that I looked out at my boat and went, you could go fishing or you could watch this.
Wow.
And I watched that. I could not get enough. I watched it while I was brushing my teeth in the morning.
Really? I see it pop up every single day when we go to watch our 2 episodes of Orange.
If you haven't watched Your Honor yet, and it made me think, this judge made me think of this because Bryan Cranston's character is the exact opposite of a judge. Yeah. Like, he's very non-traditional and stuff like that. And he's just trying to get justice. And then, it gets so juicy.
All right.
You got to go see it.
Okay, settle down. I'll watch it.
Finally, I get excited about one thing immediately. Settle down. How are you feeling, Shauna?
Good.
Good. We talked off the air real quick that you're waiting on a new liver. How long have you been waiting?
Since January.
All right.
Oh, man.
So obviously the question is, when are we going to find Shauna a new liver? Kim, what are you feeling?
Oh, end of like October, November really stands out of all the months. November really hits hard. Man, are you currently like needing a lot of support, almost like in the hospital yet? Or not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Just
I
family.
feel like you're
family
in the hospital
right now.
I'm sorry, say that again,
Yeah,
Shauna.
because I see you in the hospital.
Oh, no, I'm getting a lot of family support at home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm getting pulled to see you in the hospital before you actually get the liver. It's, wow, like you're pretty sick. Really keep up that mental support that you have. Really work on releasing any sort of anger or judgments that you may have over anything. Doesn't matter what it is. Releasing any sort of anger or judgments. That's going to help support your liver for the time that you need to get a liver.
When you heard November, Shauna, was that encouraging to you, or are you disappointed that it's still that far out?
It's actually encouraging to me.
Okay, good. I like your angle. All right, well, hang tough and and stay well. Like Kim said, try and let go of anything that might be holding you back from staying as healthy as you can. And hopefully November rolls around and by Christmas everything's changed.
Yep, perfect. That'd
Thanks,
be
Shauna.
awesome.
Call back and let us know
Thank you.
if it goes with that
All right.
timeline. It's always interesting to see if it matches up.
Yeah,
Okay?
stay well, Shauna.
I will. All right, thank you.
Take care. Have a great morning. And Kim, you sounded like you were almost like disappointed that it was going to take that long.
I am actually, because I feel like her energy is ready to rock. It's ready to make changes. It's like wanting, I want to say not wanting, but it is literally ready for change. And it's like, wow, like why does it take that long? That's the other part I don't understand when it comes to life. Like, why do we have to wait so long for things to happen?
Yeah.
That part frustrates me in life.
I get it. Well, let's move on to Rachel. Hi, Rachel. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Great. Thank you for asking. What would you like to ask Psychic Kim this morning?
So my husband and I have been dealing with fertility issues for the last 3 to 4 years, and we haven't started IVF, but that's the next step. Do you think that'll be successful, or do you think adoption would be the better route?
IVF, but you also have to include, I'm getting shown like herbal teas or supplements too. It's a combination of some Eastern type techniques along with IVF. There, I see a combo. So it's not one or the other. It's both combination. I see like acupuncture. People have used that to help out with fertility. I see different types of teas. They're showing me like hormone balance type products too. And I see IVF. So it's a combo, yes. It'll work. I hear not till next year, though.
Okay. Thank you.
Is that an okay timeline for you, or are you a little bit, obviously you're anxious after 3 or 4 years of trying, right?
Yeah, I'm actually just starting my first adult job this week, so I guess that gives me a year to get settled in.
Well, congrats. And
All good things come to those who wait, and this is probably one of those.
And you'll probably be surprised when you get your focus off of onto something else like the new job, how these things just kind of come together.
Exactly.
All right,
Thank you
good
so
luck.
much.
You're welcome. Take care, Rachel. Nikki, how long ago was the car accident?
End of June this year.
Okay, so you guys are you're healing up, and then your question for Psychic Kim then is what?
Well, so the doctor said it's one of the worst he's seen. It shattered my heel bone into 6 different pieces.
Oof.
And he said you'll probably have arthritis, and if you still have pain, you're going to have to fuse the next joint down, not the ankle.
Okay.
And having a 3-year-old, and younger kids, you still want to be active. I want to know, is it really going to be as bad as he says? Am I going to struggle with my heel the rest of my life?
Honestly, yes, to some degree. Not to the full extent that he's saying, but I do see every once in a while a limp. I do see every once in a while a brace that comes on and then off. Not like a cast brace, but just more of a support type brace. All different ones I see you trying, honestly. Trying different techniques. I even see some sort of laser therapy going on. It's always going to be there as a reminder of the accident, unfortunately, but not horribly bad as to what he's saying. But there, I hear compromise from both. So the more you can do to support it, heal it. Look into cold laser light therapy. That helps out heal a lot of the tissues all around it. So then it can help release any sort of pain, can help you heal deeper too. That will probably get you the furthest with your healing, but it's always going to be a reminder.
And Nikki, I don't know if you've been listening lately, but Kat is getting a new sauna And she's invited any of the listeners that want to come on by, especially for therapy like this, if they want to come in. And it's always clothing optional.
I am not having anyone else's sweaty butt.
At the end of the segment,
I thought of once I got my cast off, I thought of getting a pedicure and telling Kat to go meet me up there.
Yeah, I will again.
Get our nails done since I've been stuck at home for months.
Yes, we need that.
So at the end of the segment, what
and
I'm going to do is
said he'd pay for it.
I'll give Kat's. Yeah, you can use my company credit card. At the end of the segment, I'll give out Kat's home address so you guys can go use her sauna anytime. Okay. Good morning, Stacy. How you doing?
Great. How are you guys?
Great. Are you thinking about a move, huh?
I am. I've kind of am, at a new chapter in my life, and just wondering if Psychic Kim sees me relocating at all, and if so, where?
Kim?
Okay. Oddly, I heard Pennsylvania. So what? I'm like, that was a random place. Pennsylvania, and yes, I'm seeing anywhere around that area. That's kind of funny. You're around some people currently that I call them vampires, energy suckers. You're around a lot of them, and that's one of the reasons why you actually need to move. But honestly, I'm like taking your body and I'm literally plucking you down in like Pennsylvania. I don't know what's over there. They're showing me, I see a nice house over there, but I also get pulled down there for a job. There's a job experience in that area, somewhere in that vicinity that you need to go to. And I see you meeting a whole bunch of new friends. There's something in that general area of Pennsylvania that you need to look into. And I hear next summer.
Stacey, do you know a lot of Amish folk? Like, do you have a link there?
I do have a strong connection in Pennsylvania.
Oh my God! What's your connection?
An ex of mine that I'm still in contact with.
Why are you still in contact with him?
On the slide.
Does he got the sweet stuff, or what's going on?
It's probably my soulmate. It was a location thing when we were together. He didn't want to move to Minnesota, and I at the time was not able to move.
But is he single now?
He is.
Oh
my
God.
Look at
this. This is it.
This guy, look at the little hairs on my arm are standing up right now.
You're getting pregnant, girl.
Jeez. That's Psychic Kat, by the way, who's not nearly as accurate as Psychic Kim. So, I mean, would you be open to this? Like, if this manufactures itself, you're open to this, you think?
I could be.
Wow.
Okay.
Set it down. There you go.
That's not the answer I was expecting.
Kim, what were you saying was the timeline on this again?
Probably next summer-ish. That's when she finally takes the move. I feel like I'm kind of in limbo. I want to go places, I want to do stuff, and then next, like over this winter, nothing's really hitting me hard. Like I'll move here, but I'm just like, this is not it yet. And they're like, it's not going to be it until you're there.
Exactly. That's exactly it.
How is Tracy feeling this morning?
I'm feeling great.
Good. Not frustrated at all, huh?
Well, yeah, but we don't have time for that.
Okay. Well, then listen to the podcast. And you're thinking about maybe a career move here, right?
Yeah, I am. I've been teaching for 22 years, and I just feel like there's something more.
You know what? Okay. If we had a nickel for every teacher that has called and said they're thinking about bailing on their career. Now, I don't know if it's parents, kids, systems, whatever the deal is, but do you see a career move in the path of Tracy, Kim?
So it's kind of funny because you're always going to be an educator, but when it comes to teaching in your style, I hear no, and I'm just like completely wiped out when I think of that. I'm honestly getting pulled to something very completely different, almost like warehousey, like store, completely opposite of what you would actually think that you would be doing. And I'm just like, I love the fact that I get this feeling like I'm just walking in. I really don't care. I'm going in there. I'm doing my job, and I'm walking out, and I'm getting a paycheck. It's like a breath of fresh air. They said that won't be for long, though, but there's a transition period where it feels more like you're just going in, you're doing like a 9-to-5 type job, and you're just walking out and there's no drama. And they're like, you're going to find out you actually like drama.
Is that true? Is there a little bit of truth to that you like watching other people's lives, it's kind of exciting for you?
Well, kind of in my role at school, I do put out all the fires.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just used to that. Yeah.
So does that sound relieving, Tracy, to not have to bring that stuff home, or to not, kind of mentally think about your job outside of your job?
Yeah, that would be very nice.
I'm sorry, Kim, I cut you off. What were you going to say?
Yeah. Yep. So there's a transition phase where I see your hands just going up. You're like, I'm just done, and I'm just going to take something where I don't have to think, where I can just go in there and I can just do. And that's when they're saying over time, maybe it's a few months that you're there and you realize that you like a little bit of the drama. You like to interact more with people. You're like, you realize that you actually really enjoy what you're doing. You just need to change up where you're at. So I see you taking a little bit of break, but then going back into some form of teaching, just not in the same fashion that you're doing it currently. But you need to take a break.
All right, Tracy, hope this helps.
It does. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a great morning. Jody is on with us as well. Hi, Jody. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Great. Thank you for asking. You got some land to sell, huh?
Yeah, my husband and I are struggling with some money with daycare and all that stuff. We're only doing one income. Just wondering how much longer it's going to take for our land to sell.
By the way, this is a freaky situation because I asked Kim when we were trying to sell our places, and she was so spot on, it made me almost sick to my stomach. So, Kim, what are you seeing here?
Man, I don't feel anybody biting at it at all. This is crazy. I hear developer, contractor, developer. I see putting an off, some sort of contractor developer. I see putting an offer to you. But it's going to take I hear a few more months before that comes. You may need to market it in a different area. That's kind of, I hear it's not the most wanting. It's not the most demanding out there. So they show me kind of hidden off a road or off a main area. I don't know. It feels very hidden to me.
Yep.
So there's a contractor developer that plans on buying it. I was my assumption would be another farmer in the area that maybe wants it, or hunter's land, things like that. And they're just no, I hear developer, contractor. So change up where it's being marketed at, and it'll be a few more months, but then it'll go. And I feel sad about letting it go, honestly, to who it's going to go to. Oh. But I hear you just got to do what you got to do.
Rachel, you're looking at maybe a career change as well, huh?
Hi, yeah, I am. I have a paralegal degree, and post-grad, I've worked in the legal field, and I'm just starting to feel am I in the right spot, and kind of where I should be.
All right, Kim, what are you thinking? Does she stick with this, or she got to adjust, pivot a little?
Okay, where am I going? I feel like I can go in multiple different places right now. I'm getting pulled, energetically pulled over here, many, many places. You're very multi-talented is kind of what I get. You have ability to go into almost any place and actually morph, adjust, adapt to any situation. So you have a lot of really good skill set. They show me a tool belt around you is actually pretty powerful. Very in tune also, by the way, with the people around you. So it makes you highly sought after, highly desirable because of your intuition. Okay, but I get pulled to, you need a different type of environment, work. I see a big realty company. I don't know if you ever thought about working for real estate, not selling homes, but I see you in the background doing some of the legal paperwork. Here working still with attorneys. I see a big complex. When I say big complex, that's when I know it's a bigger corporation. I'm getting pulled away from any sort of, I hear piddly type stuff, what I was called court type stuff, jail type stuff. I'm getting pulled away from all that, and I get pulled into something that's more fun. So it's more exciting to see somebody buy a house, or it's exciting to see something actually happening, developing. So more developing resources. They're pulling me away from anything that's like the muck when it comes to legal stuff, and they said go into the happy legal side.
Does that make sense?
Whatever that means.
Okay. No, that's really good feedback. I appreciate that.
All right.
Thank you.
Yesterday, I had 2 moments, and one really especially weird moment where I looked at the person who was calling me.
Yeah.
And I almost didn't pick up because I know he has COVID.
Oh, you thought you were going to get it over the phone?
I started thinking, oh my God, am I going to get it over the phone? I got so much to do right now. I can't get anyone else sick.
Why was he trying to get a hold of you?
My buddy Jim knows that I'm kind of looking for a 4-wheeler with a plow.
Yeah.
And I had reached out to him because he's the guy that found my daughter her car, me a lawnmower. Like, he's that guy.
Yeah.
And he was calling me yesterday, and I'm about halfway through my workout. And I looked at the phone, and I'm like, well, I can't catch COVID over the phone, but I immediately knew that. And I asked him, how you doing? He's like, oh, it's just kind of a bad cold right now, but we're doing okay. But he went out of his way he's like, I think I found one for you. I think I found this. And
but that's what retired people do. They make calls all day. They just make calls. My dad calls everybody.
But I felt bad that I paused and I almost didn't take the call because I was like, I might get COVID. But it's definitely going around. If you haven't heard about it, obviously there's a big influx in it right now. So just kind of something you need to be prepared for. How about your day yesterday? What was good?
My eyes were dilated for about 3/4 of my day, so that kind of put a pause on
why did it
stuff.
stay on you so long? It's only supposed to wear off in like an hour and a half.
I know. Made me really tired, so I took like an hour nap, and then when I woke up, everything was like foggy around, and then I could start to see words on the TV, but Liam had to read me my emails, my texts on my phone, but he had his eyes dilated. Yesterday was eye day.
Oh.
So I told you we had gone how long? His whole life,
I can't believe you guys
like decade and a half.
Just don't have yearly or bi-yearly optometry appointments.
I know. And it was weird because the optometrist assistant, she goes, when's the last time you came in for an eye exam? I said, well, I got LASIK 12 years ago. That's the last time I went in for the eye doctor. And she goes, that's weird because I go in once a year for the eye doctor. I just don't go in for the dentist. She goes, I'll go 4 years.
Who are you people not maintaining your bodies? You're driving me crazy.
I know. Well, I go into the dentist twice a year. Every 6 months, we go in. I make those appointments. I don't know why the eye appointment escapes me, but 2020, Liam is 2015.
Nice.
And nothing to watch out for, nothing behind the eyeball or muscles or anything like that. Yeah. But I don't believe her because, like, literally overnight, if I look at my phone like this, the words are fuzzy. I'm like, this person that has to hold it down.
Yeah, that happens. I mean, you're close to 40, right? I mean,
wouldn't she have found something, though?
No, it just means your eyes are just starting to. It doesn't mean you don't have great vision up close or deep.
Yeah.
With me, it's really, really weird because my LASIK that I had 23 years ago is wearing off in one eye.
Yeah.
But the other eye is staying eagle sharp. And my eye doctor said, he goes, this is probably the best of both worlds. And I go, how do you do that? He goes, well, because when you have to read something up close, your one eye will make up for it.
Mm-hmm.
When you have to read stuff far away, like a street sign, your other eye will make up for it. He's like, it would be weird for you to get, glasses because we'd have to basically put a fake lens in one of them.
Yeah.
And the other, he's like, you really got a good thing going here. I'm like, all right.
There you go.
Oddly blessed.
We did that. And then Summertime by George was called off. Probably could have done it, but I know that they were just trying to be safe.
It's such a big undertaking, too, to get all those people down there. And then if the skies did open up.
So made some dinner and watched an Orange is the New Black. And I was just like, that whole dilation just made me so tired. So I went to bed early and now I'm here with you. Cut 2.
Could it get any better?
I don't think so.
So glad your eyes are working well because I really, really dressed up for the show today.